Traditionally, if you wanted to grow a YouTube channel, one of the fastest ways to do that was to tap into existing trends. This is often one of the reasons why YouTube empires such as Mark Rober, Dude Perfect and Mr. Beast grew so fast. But the problem is, everybody kind of knows this these days, so those trends quickly become very saturated. But there is a solution, and it actually comes from YouTube themselves. After analysing millions of videos across 12 different countries, they've just released a special report on the top viral trends of 2024 that no one's really talking about. So in this video, I'm going to break down the top 5 trends that we believe still have life in them in 2025 and how to apply them to your channel no matter what your niche. Starting with, now if you've been around on YouTube for any length of time, you'll already know just how popular reaction content is. It's everywhere. But in this report, YouTube shares just how influential it really is. Viewers are no longer just watching reaction videos for entertainment purposes. They are using them to completely replace the original content on TV or whatever streaming service it came from. Now, this is great news for all of the reaction channels already out there. But what if you traditionally don't make this type of reaction content? Can you still tap into this massive trend and use it to potentially explode your own channel? Yes, you can. One of the best examples is from a channel we've noticed gaining massive traction called Renaissance Periodization. The creator, Dr. Mike, is an exercise scientist who makes fitness content. And in the past 12 months, his channel has hit 1 billion views and gained over 2 million subscribers. His secret, posting reaction style shorts like this.
The first most important thing you can possibly do to get your testosterone levels to where they should be is getting lean.
Not wrong. It will help unless you get too lean.
Below 15% body fat.
Yeah, that's probably not true.
Mike is simply finding viral or controversial videos in the fitness niche and adds his own expert opinion. This is an extremely simple format that can be applied to almost any niche or channel. Because here's the important thing to know. Whether you agree or disagree with this creator's reaction to the content is irrelevant. It's the format and what you have to say through your own reactions to content that's important. So here are 3 steps you need to follow to test this trend on your own channel. Find viral content in your niche. Clip the most interesting parts and then add your own comments, opinions, expertise. Doing this will ensure your reaction is considered transformational content and is therefore fair use when it comes to copyright rules. And when you offer your reaction, don't leave the viewer with any doubt what your point of view is. That doesn't mean it has to be controversial. You just want to leave the audience with a clear stance that they can engage with in the comments. Now, if you think podcasts are old news and aren't worth jumping on in 2025, then you'd be wrong. The 2024 US presidential election was the latest evidence of this in action. In the report, YouTube reveals that when presidential candidates needed to reach their voters, they didn't just rely on TV interviews. They also went on podcasts like All the Smoke, Call Her Daddy, and the Joe Rogan Experience. And as you can see, some candidates did this far more successfully with incredible reach. This is because, quite frankly, and this has been happening over the last 10 to 15 years, younger people are no longer getting their news from traditional media sources. They are instead looking to their favourite creators to keep them up to date, and the presidential election was more proof of this. But here's what's really fascinating and exciting. This isn't just about boring politics. The report shows that podcasts are becoming the new place where big cultural moments happen. For example, when comedian Cat Williams appeared on the Club Shay Shay podcast, that single episode got over 85 million views. That is a lot of watch time. The whole interview was so huge that even SNL ended up making a parody of it. But does this mean that you have to start your own podcast to tap into this viral trend? No, not at all. Instead, what you can do is add podcast elements to your content. For example, you can create clippable content. That's making longer videos that can be cut into highlights. So think about the moments that could work well as a YouTube short and give people something to share and discuss. The report also shows viewers want relaxed conversational content. So pause during the scripts if you write them and let real discussions happen. Show personality, genuine reaction, and wherever possible, turn your regular content into more of a conversation. Share different perspectives. Connect with your audience directly if you can. There is no better way to experiment with this than doing some live streams. Even if only a few people turn up, That's enough to start a conversation, see where it takes you and your audience. It forces you to be spontaneous and to speak without the safety net of a reshoot. Scary? Yes, but exciting? Definitely. And it will create those clippable podcast style moments. The next trend from this report is interesting because it revolves around one of the biggest and oldest niches on YouTube, gaming. Saturated? Yes. Highly competitive? Absolutely. But it's also evolving. Let me explain what I mean. For what seems like forever, gaming channels have been dominated by Let's Play content, where creators would record themselves playing a game and commentating on it. But according to this report, successful gaming channels are now doing something completely different, and it's changing how gaming content is consumed on YouTube. For example, look at what happened with Dress to Impress in 2024. It's a fashion game modification inside the hugely popular Roblox game. But gaming creators turned it into something much bigger. The report shows that this topic in itself got over 4 billion views. These views weren't just coming from gameplay videos of Dress to Impress. Instead, creators were making in real life fashion competitions, beauty routines inspired by the game, fan art and storyline theories, and behind the scenes content. And this just isn't happening with Dress to Impress. The report shows other examples of games transforming into completely new forms of media, such as Five Nights at Freddy's going from an indie game into a blockbuster movie, or Minecraft getting its own feature film. So how can you tap into these developing trends if you're a gaming creator before everybody else does in your niche? Well, let's start with a completely new angle. When it comes to video games, think beyond the gameplay. Don't just record yourself playing the game. Create content around the game's culture. Mix gaming with other types of formats that we've already seen in the examples earlier. And try to build beyond the existing universe or game lore. The report shows fans love deeper storytelling. Create theories and explanations. Build communities around these new gaming stories that you develop. And when we think just beyond the gameplay, what other formats are they? Can you mix gaming with real life content? Try different formats, challenges, vlogs, reactions. Try to create videos that would also appeal to a non-gaming audience. Okay, this trend exploded at the beginning of the millennium on our TV screens. Reality TV, Dancing with the Stars, Big Brother, Survivor. The list is endless at this point, and now the format is making a huge comeback on YouTube. So for example, in France, there is a super popular TV show called, forgive my French here, Danse avec les stars, which is basically the French version of Dancing with the Stars, and it's been running for over a decade. So this creator had an intriguing idea. He created his own YouTube version called, again, forgive the French, Danse avec les stars d'Internet. Instead of TV celebrities, he featured internet creators and gave it a complete YouTube makeover, and the results were pretty crazy. Their first vlog got 600,000 views, a behind-the-scenes video got 2.5 million views, and they even hit number 5 in YouTube's trending tab. So can we as creators look beyond the platform entirely and seek out television formats and bring them back to YouTube? Well, let's workshop some potential ideas, shall we? Can you recreate popular TV shows within your niche? For example, if you're a fitness channel, you could recreate The Biggest Loser. And this doesn't mean that you have to have a giant budget. You know the YouTube saying, right? You work with what you've got. You can simply just do the competition with family or friends. Add behind the scenes content. Show the viewers how it's all made, especially the things that go wrong, because bloopers and funny moments are what make real, solid human connections with the viewers, giving them the whole experience. And make your audience feel part of a connected community. Let them vote and interact in the comments on the community tab. Create challenges and content on audiences' suggestions. What viewers often love most is when they are made to feel part of a video and the channel itself, that their contribution has a positive impact on the community, and especially when the creator themselves is influenced and takes inspiration from the audience and is able to share it back with them. The last trend I want to talk about has proven to be incredibly powerful when it works, and creators often don't do this because it requires discipline and consistency, and all too often, self-indulgent creator tendencies get in the way. This YouTube report revealed the crazy story of an indie animation channel called Glitch. This channel only released 3 episodes of their show, but generated over 25 billion views of fan content. The show got so big, so quick, that Netflix decided to license episodes the same day they premiered on YouTube. Now, true, you may not have an animation channel, but you don't need one to tap into the power of series content. Instead of just creating random and unrelated videos, they released a series which proved to be a major growing trend. Not only that, but the way they released their series was also genius. Instead of rushing to pump out as many episodes as possible, they released content slowly. They left gaps in their stories, and that created mysteries for the fans to solve themselves. In fact, the time between episodes actually helped them grow faster because fans filled these gaps with their own content and theories about what was going to happen next. So in 2025, let's experiment with video series that you're going to give time to breathe on YouTube. For example, let's say you had a cooking channel. Instead of just posting random recipes, you could create an entire series called Master French Cooking. Since I've now mastered the French language, each episode would build on the previous one. Or if you had a fitness channel, instead of just making random workout videos, you could create a series called the 90-Day Transformation, where viewers follow along to a specific workout program for 90 days. They join you on the journey. Series-based content is a powerful way to get people to come back and watch more of your videos and create loyal fans. But there is one problem. You need to get people to click on your videos in the first place. And as a small channel, as you well know, this can feel almost impossible right now because no matter how good your content is, it seems like YouTube never recommends your videos to anyone in the first place. But what if I told you there's actually a fresh, new way to get views that's crushing it for small channels right now? And it will help you create videos that your audience cannot resist, and it helps you get thousands of views per videos when you're starting out. If you do want to learn this exact method many small creators are already using to great success, then click the video over here right now. And guess what? I hosted it, so I'll see you over there.